Yo, all right. So today is November 8th, 2024. Gonna go over today's price action um and the trades that I took. I took one, two, three, four trades today. Um, this one I definitely remember. These two I don't. This last one I do. There were a bit of. Oh, and I do remember this one. Yeah, this one I shouldn't have taken that one. And this one was the early trade. Right off the bat, I tried to sell it. Was it worth selling? Is the question. So I took a short, took another short that I shouldn't have taken, and I took a reversal of that short, and then I took another, which is a long, and I took a short end of day that I should have taken, but ended up closing out early because price just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do versus what me allowing price to do what it wanted to do. So shouldn't have taken. Probably shouldn't have taken. I don't know about the first one, but shouldn't have taken this one here at all. The second trade, good trades here as far as adding to it. Um, Freaking and tiring trade, and then poor management on this one. So so today I did separate my yeah, it makes sense for me to take short. Today I separated my chart, and I put the 15 off to the side because it was just too much for me to bear at one time. I like I like to look at the 5 minute and 15 minute, and then just reference the higher time frame for direction. So my shorts came around right up the bat. It came like right at the open at 9:35. So after the first 5 minute candle cooled off, which is here, we had like a bit of a rejection. Looked like it was ready to go, but we never truly broke a channel. I don't believe we broke a channel for that to work, but actually we were breaking the channel. I think I entered. Nope. Go back over here. So yeah, we had volume, volume, volume. Looked like it was absorption. Yeah, so this is like an absorption play, but I don't think we broke a channel for me to go short. I think I just saw the reversal happening. Listen to this. There it is. It's an engulfing candle right here. All right. What level were we at is the question. So now that I have it, let's go here. I think I put it on the absorption reversal. Nope. Felt break. That's what it is. Felt break. So okay. So here it is. So I had an area that says stop hunt. Stop hunt area. So price was moving up here, as you can see, pushing up. Then we had that engulfing candle, and I like that. I said, okay, so price is probably gonna fail, but we never got below this screen. All right, and I was like, shit. As I'm in the trade, I'm saying to myself, this probably not going to work out. They got NQ, right? NQ is doing what I wanted to do, but we never got below the screen, right? So we're still in a buying realm. So should not have entered this at all. So the green cloud is saying, hey, what the hell are you doing? We never broke out, right? We got above, and then we just started really just trending higher, and we never broke out of it. So I was I was leaning too much on NQ to push us down because NQ held this area and pushed it down. NQ came down to this 211648 area, 211648 area right here, and Q came down to it. So here, bounce, came up, got below the cloud, right? Below the cloud, came back up, retested, and had a nice push down. ES never did, right? It got below the cloud here just so it could hold this and bounce up higher, right? Which is where I wanted to take my next trade, which was this right here. I saw that once we, excuse me, got to sneeze. Ooh. So yeah, so that one, though, The ES got above. We did have a potential area where we sold off here, so that made sense. But NQ respected all of that, stayed below it. ES stayed above on the 15. This is 30 minute, right? And back to that picture, wherever it is. So where was it? All right. So is this even it? Yeah. Nope. That doesn't feel like it is. It says fourth trade. All right. Like something felt weird. Yeah. So ES stayed above it, kind of like diminishing the fact that this trade should work out. Even though we had that selling way over there in that corner, way over here. um, it's here. All right. Selling, but we bounced and we got above it. All right. We kind of and we held it. All right. So price coming up to here. All right. Wasn't really doing any. Oh fucking shit! Look at that. Yeah, it was definitely yeah, that reversal would have been good. Look at that. So we finally broke above with buying power. Came back, retested it nicely. I saw this happen. I said I should take this long, and there we go. That was my trade right here. This one here, not so much because we never broke a channel. We never had a true channel that was going to be broken. Um, and we closed green on the buying volume of my entry, and then we had two small red candles that stayed inside of that buying volume. Came down, fake it, pushed up, came back, retested, pushed up. All right, so that trade shouldn't have happened. Second trade came in at 12:29. All right, 12:31, 12:29. Didn't last long in that trade. Everything else was a continuation reversal. All right, so here goes all of that buying that was happening, and for some dumbass reason, um, I'm gonna call it a dumbass reason, I decided to go short. There's no selling up here, no sign of selling up here. Price is holding initial balance. Price is holding all of this buying. Price broke out of the level, and I said, you know what? Since price broke out of this level and showed signs of selling on the candlestick, maybe we're gonna sell, and we did it. Price held 50% initial balance and VWAP on NQ. Price held initial balance. Yeah, so there's that. And then so that was that. So price really, so I'm glad I exited that trade and I said what's happening. I said screw it, I'm just gonna take the reversal. Since we're breaking out of this thing, and I just took the reversal right up at the top. Took the reversal there. And then we went for 6 more points. All right. So I took the reversal. This is the second one, week, right? So we came down, right? We had that selling that held on the 30 minute, and on the 15 minute, we pushed down, had some form of reaction. 30 minute had a nice setup, just like we had yesterday. Low volume, retesting this area, closing near it. I'm not sure what VIX is doing. So I took the reversal, and it goes a reversal. So I took it when it happened, and on the 1 minute, if I could spot these areas, I took it around here, right? The price pushed up, came down. The price came down here and reclaimed this. I added to the trade, added here. So then my entry moved up a little higher. Price pushed up, came down, and I added one more time right here. The price was pushing back up. Then I noticed that we were holding this 60, 25, 75 area, and we are just chopping, and I was getting frustrated. So now we're chopping right above my first buy and at my second buy at 60.25 whole number. My goal is to get up to 30 or 33. And then I put a mock idea with this, and then once we started showing arrows of price moving higher, I started looking for exits, and I took my first exit was price hit this and bounced a little bit because that was my 2 to 1, and then I was tracking it, and I wanted to track it higher, but emotions got in the way because we're at basically my 2 to 1 on my main one. We're 2 to 1 on my main one. If I can find, if I can find the charts. Where are they? There you go. All right. So it's the charts, right? Yeah. So we were 2 to 1 on my main one. All right. Here we go. Boom, boom. Is it here? Should be 3, 13, 37, 38. Yeah. So we were 2 to 1 on my main one here. And if I'm tracking it by the whites, that I would have my exit right here, and I would have been stopped out. Now, or I just stayed with the white and then wait for the next white. I'll have it here, 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 and then when been stopped out around 30. No, here would have been stopped up around 33, right? 63.3, right? Around 63.350. So I would have added, this is long, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Oh, that's a lot. 63.350. So 4 more points, which is a lot, which is 5, 10, 15, 20. So that would have been 50. This would have been 50, and that would have been 43, right? So that would have been a nice move. So this is something for me to look into as far as how to manage the trade. Um, now even this one is a nice hard manage, right? Managing it after each one would have been good. This one probably would have got me out at 30, because right here is, or maybe even here, you got me at 31, right? Boom. So figuring out how to manage those. Um, like this whole thing right here is that whole thing, yeah. And then price moved all the way up to 40. So another 10 more points before I started reversing. And then that leads me to my next trade. My trade came here. I think I entered around 10. 21 is where I entered. So here, when price was breaking out here, right? So I had probably yeah, I probably had that. Let's go find that fourth trade. And this was my third trade, and then the fourth trade is this. Yeah, so we had this nice angle here. We broke out of it, right? And but we reclaimed, and then I exit once price reclaimed this, because I was not too intrigued with price reclaiming that last buying area right here. Was reclaiming this last buying area. Did not I was not too fond of that. Even though price bought here and sold off even more, I should have said, okay, price bought, we're probably gonna sell off even more, and I should have stayed in that trade, because once price broke that area and then re-entered where it closed at, it actually all it did was just retest it. All right, it retested, and then it had another entry right here, and this would have been my entry right here, and I could have taken that down to 2 to 1, right? But my entry that I took, which was at 28.75, which is a little higher by 1 point. 28.75 right here, like a billion points away, about like that, and 32, 32.75, which gives us up to probably the highs of this. Knowing me, that's probably 33 then 75, 33.25, right? So it would have been like that. So I would have been looking for a 4 point move, is what I was risking. So about half of what I made earlier, and then would have exited somewhere around down here for another 4 and 5 points, depending on how price reacted. So almost 2 to 1 or 1 to 1, right? So because we're in the black, and I believe NQ was also in the black, we're also rejecting that area. So we have that cluster. Price came back, rejected it. So I had reason to stay in this trade as long as we didn't get back above this, and price went right. But I just probably just needed price to clear this because price looked like it was holding, and once price cleared it and pulled back, that was entry, retest, add more, and then just look for an exit. All right. But my exit would have needed to be a red candle, which I don't think we got. A red arrow, which we haven't gotten yet. Look like price is trying to towards the end of the day, but this red arrow would have been my exit. Kind of like how these green are supposed to be my exit going up. So nice break. Probably needs to start doing a trend. Yeah, probably what I need to do. Do like a trend. Um, and then when price starts to break the trend, just exit or add to it or something. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna need to work on how to better manage these trade ideas. You know, to maximize profit. So, but that would have been a nice trade. But I ended up closing that out. We pulled back, and then price went, and that was it going to chase it. So with that one, I got this loss here. So if we're gonna base off everything off of the way I've been thinking lately, so my first trade 18.75 times 10. That would be that's 10. That's on one mini. Would have been 187.50 for that trade, or times 10 would have been 1,875 for 10 minis. All right. So let's put it in perspective. I'm going to pull out a note uh, so that way I can see these numbers. All right, there we go. Got my note. So let's say negative 187.50. This is on one mini, one yes, or negative 1.875. This is on 10 yes. All right. And then the next trade will be negative $150, which is on one yes, and then negative $1,500 on 10 yes. All right. All right. Next trade would have been 300 on one yes, which would have basically made up most of the loss, but not the what's call it, the commission. 3,000 on 10 ES, 23.750 on 1 ES, 3,000 on, oh sorry, 23.75 on 10 ES, and then we'll just copy this for that one, and then on the last one we get 62.50 on 1 ES and 625 on 10 ES, right? So that's how it would be. And then if we sum that up, we would have this, right? So $3,571, right? Or $357.10. All right, so that's how it would be. So that's not actually that's a pretty damn good day. So let's go through it. Let's see how negative we were. So negative 187, 7.50 minus 150 plus. So I would have been down $3,375 or $337. So that's my down right there. and then plus 300, right? I told you wouldn't make the commission, so I'd been still been red, but a small red. But I was adding to it. I was pretty being really risky. Plus 237. This is where I make up for it. Plus 300, right? So near I'm up 500 or up 5,000, right? And then something went wrong, didn't it? 8750, 150, 300, 237.50, 300. Yeah, something's right. Okay. And then minus $62.50. Right? So that's that. Yeah. So I would have been up 4,000. And then we have commission. Right? So I was up 5,000 plus the commission. So 4,000. Now I'm at 4,000 minus commission. So up 3,000. So commission will hurt. I have to count these as commission. So this will be $80 or $800. All right. So $80. Give me this. Is it $80 off of that, or $800, which would have been that. So so up 3,500, which would have been good, or 350. So yeah. So for me, what I need to know is just work on my execution, being mindful of where I see prices doing this thing. Maybe wait for price to break out of this on the 1 minute, come back because the 1 minute is what caused it. The price to break out of it in the 1 minute, not so much on the 5 minute, and come back. And then as price retests here and starts to go, I can enter here and then let price do its thing, retest and do that. So I got to work on back testing and reviewing my trades. So that's basically it. Those were my trades for today. I'll probably go over my week later on, and then do some video reports of those trades.